The Lord of the Rings trilogy extended versions are playing in a theater near you. I don't know if you live in Canada like I do, but they're playing here in Ontario. I got to see The Fellowship of the Ring on Friday night. Sorry I didn't have a review out yesterday for that. I did that for Bad Boys specifically. And I've never watched all of the Lord of the Rings movies. I've only seen bits and pieces of them, so this was definitely worth it. I bought tickets for all three of the movies. I'm seeing the second one tonight, and then I'm seeing the third one on Tuesday. And to start off with the Fellowship of the Ring, I already knew the premise of this movie. I didn't know exactly what was going to happen and how it was going to play out, but I already knew the premise. I mean, who doesn't? And it's a good movie. It's a good, solid start to the franchise. I haven't seen all of Return of the King and Two Towers, but I know they're a lot more entertaining. This movie has a lot of walking. There's a lot of scenes of just characters talking to each other, but it's well done. The dialogue's well done. I care about all these characters. I grew up with all of them. I played the video games more than I watched the movies, as you could tell. So seeing Frodo here, Bilbo Baggins, Gandalf, it was nice to actually get the full experience and understand the story a lot more and catch things that I didn't know about because I've never finished the movie. It is a long movie. It is, for the extended version, it's 3 hours and 45 minutes, and it gets longer with each movie. So it's not easy to sit down in the theaters and watch this, but it's a really good experience. The musical score is great, and when it comes to talk about the movie, there's not much else I can say other than it's a great start to the franchise. There's nothing here that's completely bombastic, like other than the special effects and the cinematography hold up amazingly. It looks way better than shit that we get today. There is some parts you can tell that are CGI, but for the most part, this just it still looks so beautiful. I would love to get this on like a 4K box set if I can find one. And the action, there isn't a lot. There's a lot of build up. Like 75% of this movie is just build up to get to the third act, but it is well done. It invests you enough. It may be long. It may be a bit boring for some people. I was never bored. I did have a hard time understand what certain characters like Gandalf were saying sometimes. I think subtitles would help me a bit better. But there's not much to say other than it's a great start to the franchise. It puts the nail in the coffin. It shows you what this world is. The world building is unimaginable here. There's so much world building going on, but it never gets to a point where it's too overwhelming. Everything feels very neat and tidy. The story's put together great in a chronological order. It's not confusing. It's a pretty simple premise. It's a pretty simple story. It's Lord of the Rings, but if you're looking to just jump right into the action and you don't care for the world building, I would say watch 2 and 3 right off the bat. Um, I mean, you kind of do have to watch this one to understand what's going on because it's really explaining the power of the ring and why everyone's after it. But the story, I didn't know it started off with Bilbo Baggins. Like, I didn't know it was kind of his fault from the beginning, and I didn't know that. So that was a really cool story arc to go through. Frodo has a really good character arc. Sam has a really good character arc. Gandalf is just a badass. So it's definitely not the most entertaining out of the three. Probably the least action out of the three, but you still get good characters. It's still a goddamn good film. Um, if I don't know if I'd go back and watch it, maybe in a couple years, but it's such a long movie. There's not enough that happens here, but I could see when it came out back in the day why people absolutely loved it. I loved it to an extent. A part of me feels like it didn't need to be this long, even though it is the extended version. There is some parts I feel like didn't really need to be here. But overall, I would give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. It's just a rewatchability factor for me. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10, and I could have used a bit more action with all of the build up. Um, I don't know if I would have said that back in the day when it came out, but we get like 3 hours of build up and like 2 action sequences. It would have been nice to have a bit more. But overall, like I said, great start to the franchise, and can't wait to watch Two Towers and Return of the King. I can't wait to see how intense this franchise gets. I'm going to see Two Towers today, so wish me luck. Another 4-hour adventure. This is going to be fun. I'll do a review of that today. Probably have a YouTube short for that today, and have the review out for you guys tomorrow, Monday. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.